running back hero strategy. We're going running back heavy. Okay, we'll worry about getting our receivers, quarterback, tight end, and stuff later on in the draft. It's gonna be a 12-man league right now. It's going down, man. Hot Soup Fantasy Football. We live in the building. Just want to go over some stuff with everyone. Let you guys know what's going on. A little bit about myself. Been doing this fantasy thing since 2009. I run 3 leagues myself. I got a bunch of friends come in town, man. We throw big fantasy draft parties, and we rock it out. Right now, looking like Jamar Chase went second, Tyreek Hill went third, Travis Kelce. So right now, I'm set up for a great draft. Being is that I'm going running back heavy. It's my pick right now. I'm Sacavelli. Let's see here. If I had to pick, obviously I'm going to go with the Austin Eckler. He's going to get the most work right now, has the most touches. One of the strongest running backs there is in the game, pound for pound. So we're going to go with the Austin Eckler first pick. That was at the 9. So having Austin Eckler fall to the 9 was a blessing. I wasn't going to overthink it at all. Never overthink it. When we're going with a running back heavy strategy, sometimes you got to jump off your strategy. It's like I'm not going to get to the 18th pick and Cooper Kupp be out there and just, not pick him. Or, for instance, a Tony Pollard is still out there at 19. When I'm running back heavy strategy, I'm going Tony Pollard, I obviously anyway. But if there's a receiver out there that's not supposed to be out there, all of them have been picked already. But like if I saw a Tyreek Hill or something, I'm not going to go 3 running backs in a row. Because at the end of the day, even though we going in with a all running back strategy or a all receiver strategy, we're going in to win the league, okay? And you're not going to leave a top 10 guy out there at the pick number 18. So looks like I talked myself right into Mr. Tony Pollard. I could go with Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry has way more miles on him. There is no Ezekiel Elliott left in Dallas, so this is a no-brain pick for me right now, especially since I'm going running back heavy. So Tony Pollard is going to be on my team. Definitely. That guy averaged like 6 yards a touch last year. There's no way I'm shying away from that. Derrick Henry, I'm off of this year. Just got a lot of carries under his belt right now. He's in a terrible offense this year. He's going to be the focal point. Obviously, he always is. But if you're a defensive specialist, man, and you're scheming up defensive plays to going against the opposing offense, and they got Derrick Henry, that's going to be your focus. So it's kind of like when AP ran for 2,000 yards and said he was going to do it again the next year. Man, they shut AP down, and this is one of the greatest running backs to ever play the game. They shut that man down the next year. I think he had 1,200 total yards receiving and rushing that next year. So these defensive girls ain't playing no games. Now it's coming back to me. It's coming back to me. We're gonna be in the 3rd round of a 12-man draft. There's no way that ADP Jonathan Taylor is going to be there. Jonathan Taylor has been okayed by Indianapolis to be traded. So that's what we were waiting for. Jonathan Taylor would have been the top 10 picks, maybe like number 5, number 6. There's no way in hell I'm leaving Jonathan Taylor out there if he's out there, man, coming up on my next pick. No way. But I got a ways. Right now we're sitting on Austin Eckler, Tony Pollard. If I could throw Jonathan Taylor on that, I won my running back strategy. To go with running back out the door. Running back hero strategy, you're getting 3 running backs out the door, and you worry about the rest of your team after that. Next best receiver out there type thing. Looks like we're on the 24th and 25th pick right now. These guys went receiver heavy early. To go receiver heavy that early as they did, you guys were on here and I told you who the first 5, 6 picks were all receivers. And this is not even a PPR league. This is a half a point per reception. So running backs would be more important in this league anyway. Why they did what they did, I have no idea. Now, Jonathan Taylor got picked. He went number 27. He should have. He's a top 10 running back. So now we're focusing on Jamar Gibbs or Rhamondre Stevenson. If I had Rhamondre Stevenson, already proven, right? But he does have Ezekiel Elliott backing him up for touches this year. That means maybe less goal line touches once Zeke gets acclimated to the offense. Jamar Gibbs is the only thing in Detroit right now, and they've been raving about him, raving about his hands. Bro, this phone is killing me. They've been raving about this guy's hands. Like not only is he a running back, he's a receiver. He can run in between the guards, in between the tackles, and he can also make plays on the outside with his hands. Oh, he just got took. So now I'm at a point I could go Joe Mixon. I could go Travis Etienne. I could go Breece Hall. Breece Hall coming off an injury, and you got Dalvin Cook over there. I'm out on it right now. Not this early in this run, in this draft. Najee Harris, I love him. I love the situation. I know he had a bad year last year, but he's still young. He's an animal. I've seen this guy off-season workouts, man. So, and that offense is gonna be better. It's gonna be a better offense. It's now my pick. It's like, do I go Najee Harris? Do I go Rhamondre Stevenson? Rhamondre Stevenson is an animal. And he's under Bill Belichick. I'm looking at the offense. The offense is not the best, but neither is the Steelers. So at this point, 3 seconds. I think I'm going Rhamondre. Lamar Jackson. I mean, I'm not mad at it because we're out here to rush him to death. But I was too busy talking to the mic, missed Rhamondre, and ended up getting Lamar Jackson. Not a bad pick, but not what I was trying to do. Phone kind of messed me up, threw me off, threw my thought process off. I would have gotten Rhamondre, and the reason I want to say it over Najee Harris is because Najee Harris great, yes, but Rhamondre Stevenson, what he showed us last year that he could do and he could be was something awesome. I love Bill Belichick. He always can create. He can turn nothing into something, if that makes sense. Meaning have no quarterback, no receivers that you've ever even heard of, and make something happen with these guys. So I'm gonna go with the genius Bill Belichick's running back over St. Louis or the Pittsburgh Steelers, Najee Harris. Najee Harris, once again, though, they're kind of like the same back. They both got good hands. They're both can run in between the guards, in between the tackles, push the line backwards when they're running, and they put that shoulder down. I always like running backs like that, and I say that because every time they run the ball, they're getting an extra 2 yards. If you do that off of 300 touches, that's an extra 600 yards for the season, and that's just off of falling forward, let alone what they can do with their feet. Lateral agility on point. I don't have my third back, but it looks like I'm coming up on Najee Harris, and that will be my third back. So it's looking like I'm getting the guy that I wanted anyway, and I got Lamar Jackson. So Najee Harris is getting drafted as our third running back. Right now, the team looks like Lamar Jackson, Austin Eckler, Tony Pollard, and Najee Harris in a 12-man league. Let's go! We rushing they ass to death. Let's go. All right, so now that I got my 3 running backs, I'm still going to put a couple running backs that I like in my queue. Just in case we come up on our next pick, I like Cam Akers. I'll throw him out there real quick. How do I add these guys to my queue? First time I've drafted on this platform, but not a problem. See here, queue it in. Yeah, yes, sir. I got to go back to him though. I see it, but I just had to scroll down to get it. And as soon as I was about to hit it, it uh, it went to the next pick. Here we go. So we're gonna queue up a couple running backs that I like personally. Cam Akers is one that I'm eyeing, so I'm gonna keep him in my queue. I don't like the Kenneth Walker at all. He gets injured a lot. When he's on the field, he does great, but we're here to win a championship, okay? In order to get to the championship, you got to get to the playoffs. If you can't get to the playoffs, you ain't gonna see no ship. So, the way I think when I'm doing these fantasy leagues is just make it to the playoffs. I've been 3-7 before and won a championship. Meaning all you got to do is win the next 4 games. Now you're 7-7. You're bumping out the next man that are 7-7 to get to the playoffs because you beat them in the regular season. I mean, there's all type of different ways it can happen, man. But make it to the playoffs, it's any man's game. This game is, yes, it's a lot of strategy in it, but in fantasy football, it's luck of the draw. You have a team that gets all the way through the year with not one injury, and everybody else got 5 to 6 injuries where they're losing players for the year. And you got the same 8 starters that you drafted in day one. It can happen like that. Luck of the draw, man. Any given Sunday, you can have the best team in the league scoring the most points by over 200 to 300 from any other team and still lose to the guy that came in and got in the playoffs at 6-8. I've seen it happen several times, man. It makes you sick to your stomach, but the reality of the situation, it's any given Sunday. We're going, we got to get some receivers. I got Najee Harris. I really don't like picking the same running back and receiver on the same team. I'll do it if I don't see anything out there better, but I don't like doing it. We got Terry McLaurin at the top right now. I was just talking to a couple of my boys, man, about Terry McLaurin. It's not that I don't like Terry. It's just that I like my sleeper of the year pick, Jahan Dotson, way better than I like McLaurin. So I'm not touching him for that price that they're asking for him. I'm not touching him. I can get Jahan Dotson rounds and rounds and rounds later and still, make a giant impact. Right now, we were looking at the guy from Seattle, the rookie. He was up there with Deontay Johnson, but Deontay Johnson is going to be a monster in this. Make sure I draft him or get somebody else. Why do I not see Deontay Johnson on here? 2, 1, draft. Missed your pick. I did it again, talking shit. Who'd I get? Oh, I got him. Let's go. Yes, sir. I did get him. I thought I didn't get him, but I got him. Deontay Johnson. So I was talking about Jackson Smith. Jackson Smith just broke his wrist. I just got that information about an hour ago. Broke it in training camp, man, or in the preseason game. So no more Jackson Smith, which also is going to boost Tyler Lockett's value, and it's also going to boost your boy DJ Metcalf's value by a lot. Tyler Lockett, though, I can't believe they had him over Tyler Lockett. They had the rookie over Tyler Lockett on these rankings. Sometimes these rankings ain't also ADPs. If you got to reach for somebody sometimes, go reach for them. If you really want them and you really believe, go get them. Right now, we're going the high running back strategy. I already have I got one receiver. I see a couple other receivers I can get later on, and I know they'll still be there. But I do want to make my second receiver position strong. But at the same time, am I gonna grab some of these guys that I'm looking at over a crazy good running back? I like Christian Kirk in Jacksonville with Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley is going to free him up to, Christian Kirk will have one-on-one coverage all season long because you're not going to double Christian Kirk when you got Calvin Ridley on the other side of the field. So I can see Christian Kirk having a big year. Tyler Lockett now that the rookie's out, might have to go with him. Don't have anybody from Seattle right now. Tough pick, man. Geno Atkins is a very more than capable quarterback. He showed us that last year. I don't like Mike Evans because I don't like Baker. George Pick and Marquise Brown to be a good pick, but we don't know when Kyler Murray's coming back. So I think I'm going to go ahead and go with the Tyler Lockett on this next pick. All right, so we looking like Lamar Jackson, Austin Eckler, Tony Pollard, Najee Harris, Deontay Johnson, and Tyler Lockett. I need a tight end. George Kittle still out there. I probably should have got George Kittle. Nah, I can get Kyle Pitts. We're gonna go for Kyle Pitts, him or Goddard. We'll put both of those guys in our queue. I like Kyle Pitts. He's more of in my eyes, he's more of a receiver. Ooh, I like Javonte Williams too at running back. He's more of a receiver. Kyle Pitts is than anything. And all they got over there is Drake London and the rookie. So I can see Kyle Pitts having a great year this year. Him and Drake London, both of them. They got a decent quarterback over there, still to be proven. Um, but yeah, man, Kyle Pitts, we're gonna try to grab him for our tight end coming back. We still got a lot of picks, so we'll see. Dallas Goedert obviously has Jalen Hurts throwing to him. He's a huge red zone target. So I like Dallas Goedert. Only reason I don't like Goddard as much as Kyle Pitts is because if you're within 3-4 yards of the goal line, and you're the Philadelphia Eagles, you're just gonna quarterback sneak it with Hurts. You're not thinking about passing. You don't need to. You just let him push the pile. So that takes away to me from some of Goddard's red zone targets, and that's why I would lean towards Kyle Pitts other than Goddard. But that's just me personally. This is how I do my thing. James Conner, another running back that I really love this year. There's absolutely nobody else behind him. He has proven to be a 3-down back every season. James Conner is a workhorse. And he has hands. He can catch the ball. And no Kyler Murray. You got Colt McCoy back there. Until Kyler Murray gets back, man, McCoy has never been really proven himself to do anything but manage a game. I see James Conner getting 7-8 receptions a game on top of his 15 to 20 touches. So you may be looking at 25 touches, 20 to 25 touches a game out of James Conner. The only thing he got to throw to is Hollywood Brown over there right now. No Kyler Murray. I mean, I see James Conner coming out having a monster year. And for his ADP at running back number 26, that's kind of disrespectful if you think about it. All the running backs we got in the game with 32 teams, and you're running back number 26 and have been proven to be a workhorse, baffles me. James Conner just went, so he won't be on our team. Everything out of our queue is gone. We're going to have to go back and see what we can queue up. I need some tight ends. So we'll see who the best tight ends is out here right now. Wonder why it's not coming up when I hit it. Oh, I got to take it off running back. I see how this works. This is my first time using this this system. So bear with me. Just want to make sure that I got some guys in the. We're gonna go Njoku. I don't have anybody from Cleveland right now. Njoku has proven to be capable. He's the next best tight end. I'm not gonna overthink it. Sometimes when we overthink it, man, we make the wrong decision. You know how people say all the time, man, your first decision is probably the one you should always go with. When you start second thinking yourself, just go with the first decision. And if it's a bad decision, live with it. So that would be my, who we got out here? So I need another receiver. Right now, Jordan Addison, you got Michael Pittman. Who's throwing to that guy, right? I want somebody who has already built in continuity at this point in my draft with their quarterback. And the guy that I see on here that stands out, that really didn't have a big year last year, but is definitely capable of putting up big numbers. And he's been with the quarterback for a year now, going on almost 2 years now. That's going to be Mr. Cortland Sutton. They got him ranked down at 92 ADP. Got Brandon Cooks, likes of Elijah Moore, Sky Moore, Michael Pittman going over him. But you know, Brandon Cooks is the only guy out of those guys I named that I would take over Cortland Sutton right now. But Cortland Sutton is definitely going to be on my team is what it's looking like. We'll see what these running backs are looking like right now, what we got left. Isaiah Pacheco. Interesting. There's nobody really backing up Isaiah Pacheco. He's on arguably one of the best offenses in the league, meaning and your Patrick Mahomes is your quarterback, meaning when he hikes the ball, the safeties and corners basically have to drop. Not all at the same time, but y'all understand what I'm saying. You got Kelsey to worry about as well. The running lanes for Pacheco are going to be, gaping. So I like Pacheco in that aspect, not in because he's one of the most talented on this, is because exactly what I just said. Running lanes are going to be huge. So Isaiah Pacheco, I would go for. Antonio Gibson right now to me is a better pick than Brian Robinson. He's proven more than Brian Robinson. He has better hands than Brian Robinson, and I like him. Looks like we're up. We've been going running back heavy. We're in the 90 ADPs. We're on the 89th pick. You don't want to reach. I heard Khalil Herbert is the guy to go get in Chicago. I'm a Chicago Bears fan. That offense is going to be awesome this year. We're going with the Bear, baby. Bear down. Yes, sir. Khalil Herbert, let's talk about him. Ripped off a 55-yarder in the preseason for a TD. Yeah. Don't act like I'm not watching. Yeah. I like that. Yeah. Khalil Herbert. You heard it here first. If he's out there and it's this late, go get him. Yeah. 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 But we can start talking about Antonio Gibson again, man. I think he's going to have a big year. He's going to have a way bigger year than Brian Robinson. If I was y'all, I wouldn't even draft Brian Robinson. You know, Antonio Gibson very rarely gets hurt, man. He's a big back, at the same time elusive. I like his agility. I like the way he moves the ball upfield, no side to side. So Antonio Gibson is definitely going to be on my teams this year. He may be on this team if I can get him coming back at the 101. We're at the 95th pick right now, at the top of the order, to be coming back to me shortly. So we're going to keep him out there as a running back. Another running back that I like, I might as well put out there, is going to be Jamal Williams. It's for the beginning of the season because I know once Kamara comes back, but Kamara never really gets the goal line carries like he used to. And what I do know is that Jamal Williams has 17 rushing touchdowns. Probably 12 or 13 of them was within 3 to 4 yards of the goal line. So with that said, even when Kamara comes back, Jamal Williams, man, for the touchdown, we're going to put him on. Somebody got Antonio Gibson. So good thing I put Jamal out there. Another guy that I'm going to put out there on another running back, since we're going running back heavy this year, Elijah Mitchell. You can get Elijah at the 132 ADP, meaning 13th round, okay? This guy is an animal. If he was in 10 different other teams, he'd be the starting running back, okay? But he's behind Christian McCaffrey right now, who is also known as Glass McCaffrey, meaning those ankles weak. Man, McCaffrey could be out 4 weeks. He's going to be out 4 weeks sometime this season. McCaffrey's going to get hurt. I hate to wish injury on anybody, but history is proven, especially as much touches as he gets, that there's a high probability that he could get injured. And he do, it's Elijah Mitchell between the tackles, one cut, and I'm gone. He housing it. So, yeah, man, that's going to be an insurance running back for me. We're going to put up those two guys, Jamal Williams, Elijah Mitchell. Still need to come back with a backup quarterback right now and a backup receiver. This is a league where throwing the ball doesn't get you a lot of points. Throwing touchdown passes doesn't get you a lot of points. And they took my guy. I was going to say rushing those touchdowns makes a lot of points, but they took my guy. That was going to be Anthony Richardson. We got to make a pick, man. It's tough. Michael Thomas. I've been hearing a lot about this guy. They've been raving about him. Do I got anybody on the team from New Orleans? I do not. We're going to get our backup receiver right now in Michael Thomas. And then we're going to come back and get our backup quarterback. I like Dak. He got weapons. You got Brandon Cooks to hit the long ball this year. CeeDee Lamb is just an absolute monster. You know, people always they're down on Dak. At this point in time, I'm not going to be down on him. Yeah, he throws picks, but he also throws a lot of touchdowns, man. He has a lot of weapons over there. Tony Pollard is on my team. I can get a combo. I like the Dak Prescott in this situation. His ADP is 100. We're on 100. I'm about to be on the 112th pick. If I can get Dak, we're going to go with Dak Prescott. He's the most capable as far as yardage, in my opinion. He still can do a little something with his legs. But hold on. Are we going to pick him over Elijah Mitchell? Of course we are. He's 106 ADP. Now we got to start looking at who's the best option for our team at this point in the draft. All right, Aaron Rodgers. I love him. I just don't love all this talk about that offensive line, man. That offensive line is not it. Kind of been making me steer away from anybody in New York, to be honest with you. I like Garrett Wilson. Obviously, he's going to get the rock. But, I mean, how often is Aaron Rodgers going to get sacked? When Aaron Rodgers is running out of the pocket and under duress, he does not make great plays. His quarterback percentage is not high. He's a beast in the pocket. So can't go Dak. They took Dak too. So we're gonna keep it real and true. We're going Elijah Mitchell. Rush their ass to death. David Njoku. I don't need to back up anything, man. We got a full roster right now. How many more picks we got? What's my bench looking like? How do I find that on here? So yeah, I'm doing it on. I'm on a new platform right now, just because it's more easier to do this with this setup I got going on. So we're gonna use this platform. I'm using this new one. Still trying to learn a little bit about it. It seems pretty simple though. Pretty cut to the chase. Let's go here. Got to get a backup. Got to get a backup quarterback next time I come around. I mean, I know I just dog Aaron Rodgers, but damn, who else I want? Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson. Let's talk about him. Russell Wilson fell off last year, man. Fell off like bad dope in the hood, boy. Fell off. What I like about Russ, he's always been a competitor. We know Russ is gonna come to the locker room and give it his all. He's gonna come to practice and give it his all. He's a hard worker. We know he's not a partier. You know what I'm saying? I just think that Sierra strung him out a little bit. You know, his mind was gone about home and you know, all the social media we got going on right now. You know, I think Russ was living, you know, too much by what he's been hearing opposed to just playing football. And I think that a guy like Russ, a spirited, a godly man like Russ, can get it together quicker with his mind frame mentally than any quarterback that I've seen on this list. Okay, so, and with that said, he has Jared Jeudy, who is an absolute animal. He has Cortland Sutton, who even though didn't have a great year last year, had a lot of red zone targets. They just didn't get completed. You know, our guy Russ Head wasn't there. But the fact I can get Russell Wilson right now, I'm thinking would be the best backup for Lamar Jackson. Kind of got the same game. Russ can rush the touchdowns. He can do some rushing touchdowns. He has a capable running back over there in Javonte Williams. Dulcich, I think his name is, Dulcich, the tight end, man, really under, I don't say it not underproven. He has proven himself. He's just a little underrated. That guy, you know, he's a big red zone target for Russ. Russ is in a position, man, to make a Geno Smith type comeback this year. And I think that could happen. So we're definitely going to be putting Russ on the team if we possibly can. Looks like my pick is up. Who we got left at receiver? Heard about that guy Nico Collins. Been doing a little bit of research on him. Somebody picked Adam Thielen in the 7th round. In my one of my drafts I had. You guys will probably see it on Hot Suit Fantasy Football because we clowned his ass for probably the next 10 picks. Shit, he was getting clowned at the draft that he wasn't even in that we had yesterday because you know, 6 of the guys that was in my draft were at this my other guy Solomon draft yesterday, and we were still clowning his ass about the Adam Thielen in the 6th. I don't want to say it was the 6th round. Mike, hey Mike. Did Larry grab Adam Thielen in the 6th or the 7th? It was the 7th. 7th round. Adam Thielen. We gonna clown his ass on the sports channel. We gonna clown his ass when we see him. We gonna clown him on all. Larry, you picked Adam Thielen in the 7th round, bro. Yeah, you did that. Nobody else. Yeah, now you gotta live with it. It'll just be our luck, man. Adam Thielen will go off for 1,510 touchdowns this year and probably spank everybody who was talking shit about you. But that's a long shot, my brother. That's like me saying you gonna get to the moon one day. Yeah, right. Let's see here. We need a backup. Ooh, we need a backup tight end. And why not get Chi-Town's Cole Kmet? Why not? What didn't that guy show us he could do or he couldn't do last year, man? Great blocker, great in pass protection, great route runner, great hands. Built and coming into his 2nd year of rapport with Mr. Justin Fields. Yeah, man. We're going Cole Kmet. We're gonna get our backup tight end. We're at the 136th pick. Cole Kmet is usually a 144 guy, but at this point in the draft, we're not really worried about ADP. We're more worried about rounding out our bench, making sure that we got a healthy bench, making sure that we have a backup for each position. Because as we know, man, injuries happen all the time. We're gonna go with a late sleeper receiver coming up. I always keep a couple late sleeper receivers. I'm gonna look through this list. You got Alan Lazard out here, Jacoby Myers, nah. Darnell Mooney in Chicago. I already got two people in Chicago. I don't want three. I got Khalil Herbert and the backup and the tight end. Michael Gallup, not feeling it. Rondale Moore. I mean, he is the only other thing they got in Arizona as far as a receiver. Nah, I'm gonna go with my sleeper, DJ Chark. All right, the best receiver in Carolina right now, hands down, best receiver they got in Carolina. So he is your wide receiver 1 in Carolina, and he is going at 157th ADP. That's absolutely disrespectful for a number 1 to be going that late. You could argue that Adam Thielen or Jonathan Mingo are the number 1s, but their ADPs are also 152 and 155. DJ Chark, he's way better talent than any of those guys. I just hope that he can build rapport with that quarterback over there. But time is to tell, man. But this is the part of the draft where you can actually win a championship. And people don't realize that one sleeper receiver that you get could end up going off. It happens every year. Somebody goes and picks a guy that you're like, why did you get that? Or, we clown them, and then the receiver ends up going off for 1,200 yards and then ends up going off at the right time, meaning that when those playoffs start and you're in week 14, week 15, week 16, they just go ape shit. And then you're looking back like, yeah, I knew that was the sleeper pick of the year. And, it happens like that, man. So Alan Lazard is over. He has rapport with Aaron Rodgers in New York. Once again, I'm staying away from anything in New York right now I was heavy on Aaron Rodgers, on the Aaron Rodgers comeback. I was heavy. And then I saw some of the discussion and what's going on. I watched a little Hard Knocks. And it was like, oh, okay, we got some issues here, man. And if I don't care who you got back there. I don't care if you got Patty Mahomes back there, man. If the quarterback doesn't have time, the defense can press. It's gonna be pick city. With the running, if you ain't got no running game, you gotta pass it. Can't block, you can't go nowhere. I coach youth athletes. I've been on some teams that've had the best youth athletes in the world. No, seriously. And we just couldn't get over the hump because they was getting touched 3-4 yards in the backfield. They had to make 6 juke moves before they even got to the line of scrimmage. So, I've seen it all before, man, in youth, in pro sports, in high school football. If you ain't got no line, you done. So we're going to go ahead and pick up DJ Chark like we said we were. We are in round 15. This is a 12-man league. I like my team right now. For a 12-man, this is tough. There's no way in the hell that I should have got Austin Eckler, Tony Pollard, and Najee Harris with Lamar Jackson. It shouldn't have happened, but it did, And a 12-man. It's not a 10-man. It's a 12-man. This team goes hard. And we went with the running back hero strategy in this draft. Everybody, I want y'all to tune in for the next draft. We're going to do receiver-heavy strategy, and we're going to treat it like it's a PPR, even though most of these leagues I've seen on here are just a 0.5. But I want to show you guys what it looks like to go heavy on the receiver, which you can do this year because there are a lot of good options at running back later on in drafts. I'm actually seeing this going receiver heavy to begin your draft. You can actually come out with some real good firepower for the year, man. Come see your boy Hot Soup Fantasy Football. We in and we out. D, you still there? My boy, like, I had to go on break, coach. Oh, there you go. Yeah, but I'm still in it. I'm still gonna draft, but I'm just, just talking some shit. I figured we was done for content, right? I was basically just talking shit the last 15, 20. I figured we was done with content. You don't want to sit back for